We welcome your feedback on this orientation. At the end of the orientation, you will have a moment to complete a brief survey. We please ask that you take some time to complete that survey. Your feedback is important for us as we help to develop our orientation. And lastly, we will have a registration and Q&A session with our registrar, financial aid, and student accounts colleagues directly after the orientation. Anyone who's not registered and wants to get registered tonight, or if you have questions for financial aid or Office of Students Accounts, financial aid, please stay on directly after the session on this same Zoom. So now that we've gotten those housekeeping items out of the way, let's get started. The theme for the orientation tonight is Rise and Take Control, build a community in the spirit of social justice and public service. SLU stands as a proud testament of the impact individuals can have. Here at SLU, you're more than just a student, you're change agents and advocates for social justice. As you embrace this new journey, we urge you to rise and take control, not just of your education, but of the vision we shape together for our community, our city, and our nation. Rise and Take Control is a call to action. It's a reminder that you have the agency to drive change, to challenge the status quo, and to foster a community that embodies the spirit of social justice and public service. As you navigate your academic journey here at SLU, please know that you're not alone. You're in a community filled with many like-minded individuals committed to your success. So let us rise and take control together. Let us rise above challenges. Let us rise above the limitations that we set for ourselves or that others may set for us. Let us rise and turn our ideals into action. I want to welcome you to our community of change agents. So let's get to know each other. I'm going to pass it to Cody Kalina to introduce our icebreaker activity.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to CUNY School of Labor and Urban Studies. Looking forward to meeting all of you and working with you, hopefully. My name is Cody Kalina. With the help of Michael G. and Anna Zach, we have developed an icebreaker for you all this evening in the theme of Rise and Take Control, building a community in the spirit of social justice and public service. We thought maybe we could reflect upon what brings us all here to SLU. So I'm sharing in the Zoom chat with you a Google document. Feel free to please click on that link and open it. And once you're in there, spend like 2 minutes reading through it a little bit. These are questions. It's an activity called Where Do You Know From? These are questions to help you reflect on your own experience and journey here to SLU, and think it's asking you to think and reflect about your creative, personal, and educational interests, and maybe explore, be deliberate about what you want to share with others here at orientation tonight and with other staff and students, and just an opportunity to be intentional. So take a minute to reflect on the questions. We're going to put you into breakout rooms. Once you have some salient things to share with the group, please feel free to engage with each other and share a little bit about you and what brings you here to SLU, and what brings you to rise and take control of your experience, I guess. So take a couple of minutes. We're going to put you into breakout rooms, and then you'll have about 5 minutes to interact with each other and share with each other, and then we'll continue moving with our orientation agenda. Welcome back, everybody. I'm not sure how the other groups fared, but it felt like the 5 minutes was really quick in the group that I was in. So what I would encourage everybody to do, just for sake of time, if they didn't have an opportunity to share some salient thoughts about themselves and how they identify or what they're here for, or how they hold space for the theme of orientation, please feel free to engage with all of us in the Zoom chat. Introduce yourself in the Zoom chat and share anything else that's salient from the Google Doc that you want to share about yourself in the Zoom chat, just so we can keep interacting with you while the orientation program continues. But without further ado, thank you again. I'll pass it over to Padraig to continue the session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cody. My name is Padraig O'Donoghue. I'm the Student Services Manager here at SLU. Excited to be here with you all and excited to introduce you to two current students at SLU. Gina Grattan from our Master's in Labor Studies program and Jamie Johnson from our Master's in Urban Studies program. Gina and Jamie both ran for the student union, our student government at SLU late in the spring semester, and are both now co-chairs of our new student union. And I want to welcome them here tonight. I want to start just by asking a question. Gina, if you don't mind starting with you, can you speak a little bit about why you ran for the student union and the value of taking on a leadership position at SLU?
Sure. So hi, everyone. My name's Gina. I'm one of the co-chairs for the student union this year. I come from a background of student organizing and activism at universities in Canada, specifically around making education more accessible by advocating for things like the removal of financial barriers and offering more services to students and supporting organizing initiatives that are on and off campus. I think that taking on a leadership position at SLU is a great way to support each other as students and to build organizing capacity as a collective. I also just think it's a really fun way to get to know new people and foster a strong community of people that share similar values like we all do here.
Thank you, Gina. Jamie, can you speak to the same question?
My name is Jamie Johnson, and I am entering my second year here at SLU. I really enjoy the program. I'm getting a lot out of the, I'm in the master's in urban studies, excuse me. And the reason why I chose a leadership role is because I just love to stay involved in what's going on around me. And I saw a need, and I applied for the co-chair position, and I was elected by my peers. And one of the reasons why I am so eager to take on this role is because it'll be a great preparation. It'll be great preparation for my professional career. I currently work for the city, but it's not in a managerial role. And I just think with starting off here in SLU and getting a leadership experience, it would transcend into my professional career. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. And back to you, Gina. Can you tell us a little bit about the SLU Student Union and the work ahead for the upcoming academic year?
Starting screensaver.
Yeah. Unmute myself. So a bit about the student union. Basically, all of you folks who are students are part of the student union. And some of us decided to take leadership roles on, which you folks can get involved in as well. But what the student union does is we hold a lot of events. Something that I wanted to highlight about the student union this year is that I'm excited to continue the work of the last student union team to provide funding and guidance for students that want to start clubs or societies on campus. So if you feel like there's something that's missing from your time at school and you want to bring something to your student experience, like some kind of, I don't know, more niche club or something like that, there's funding available and also support from your peers who are part of the student union.
Thanks, Gina. And Jamie, what are you excited about related to the work in the year ahead?
I am just really excited about being a part of. My grandmother used to always tell us as kids, don't complain if you're not going to get involved. And I always try to carry that motto. And one of the things I'm really looking forward to is trying to find some healthier. A lot of us come from work when we because it's a night program, and one of the things I'm really interested in working on is trying to find some healthier food options for us, and besides what's in those vending machines. The vending machine options, of course, they're something quick to have when you come home from get out of work before you start your class. But I'm just looking to fight for healthier options, healthier food options for us, because I just believe that it's just so important to put the right things in your body. And yeah, that's one of my biggest marks I'd like to make with the student union this year.
Awesome. And just to echo what Gina mentioned, everybody's part of this, all new students. And as a new student, you can run for the student union. When the spring semester comes around, we'll have another campaign to run for office. We have 7 officer positions, so we would love you to engage and to hopefully run for office next year. Last question for Gina. Students in attendance, how can they interact and engage with the work of the student union in the time ahead?
I think the best way is to attend events, but if you have specific ideas outside of coming to like events before class or like that, you can email us, and I'll put the email in the chat. It's studentunion@slu3.cuny.edu. Follow us on Instagram also. And as I mentioned, there's elections for the new student union team in April. So if you're interested, you should all consider running.
Thank you, Gina. And many of those events will be on the 14th floor at SLU, so please look out for them. And Jamie, any final thoughts related to participation from those who are joined us on this call?
No, I would just echo Gina and just encourage everyone just to, stay involved, stay a part of the student union, hang out on the 14th floor. There's always something going on. Great information. There's always events, food and everything that's going on. And like I say, just stick your head in it and become involved. That's the best way.
Well, thank you, Jamie and Gina. Really appreciate you taking on these roles. Appreciate you being here tonight, and look forward to the year ahead. And as the theme of the orientation is Rise and Take Control, one of the wonderful ways of doing that is interacting with the student union, supporting their work in the time ahead. Thank you all, and I'll return it to Rochelle.
Thanks, Patrick, and thanks, Gina and JB, for sharing your experience. I hope that you'll all take the opportunity to join and to participate in the student union activities. We're really looking forward to seeing you on campus engaging in those activities. So there's a lot of important services that you're going to learn about here tonight. And we want to test your knowledge about some of these services before you hear about them tonight. So you're going to see some questions on the screen. We're going to give you a moment to answer those questions, and let's see how you do. So if you answered true to question 1, 2, and 4, you are absolutely correct. If you answered false to number 3, you were correct as well. So it looks like we have a little bit of work to do, but luckily enough, we have our colleagues represented here from these offices tonight to share a little bit and give you a bit more overview about the services and some of these important timelines. It's my pleasure to turn it over to Kelsey Woodford to provide an overview of financial aid.
Hi, so my name is Kelsey Woodford. I'm one of the associate directors in the Office of Fellowships and Financial Aid. We are actually housed at the Graduate Center, but we handle all the financial aid for the School of Labor and Urban Studies. So we're really here as a resource to students and really just making sure we're reducing the out-of-pocket cost that students have. So a lot of what our office does is we assist with federal financial aid, including the FAFSA application. We're really just looking to make sure that our office and the Graduate Center and SLU all stay in federal compliance. We essentially also post the SLU scholarships to students' financial aid. We make sure that the financial aid gets applied to your bill. We also have financial literacy sessions monthly that range from topics like credit and investing or retirement. And then we also verify student aids if that's required for any union reimbursements. We do have 2 more in-depth financial aid sessions if anyone is interested. You can register on our website, and here is the link as well. So we have one session next Monday at 5 p.m. and then one session next Thursday at noon. We'll just be going more in depth into the kind of the nuts and bolts of financial aid. And next is Keela from the Student Accounts Office.
Thank you, Kelsey. Hi, everyone. My name is Keela Santiago. I am the Student Financials Manager here. Basically what I'm going to be going over today is a little bit about what we do in the Student Accounts Office and the services that we provide to you. So who we are. Our office handles all aspects of concerning billing, collection of tuition and fees, as well as administration of scholarships and grants. You can go to the next slide, sorry. So basically, plainly, if I was in your seat, I would like to hear it plainly. If you need assistance with understanding your bill, making a payment, setting up a payment plan, creating an action plan to stay on top of your financial obligation, we are here to help you. We also manage the third-party payer process. You know, SLU has a lot of community partnerships where a lot of our students receive tuition vouchers, employer tuition reimbursement programs, or special tuition reimbursement programs through their union. So if you have any questions about how to get that started, we can also support you in that process. We also, if you have questions about the refund process, there are instances where students may have an overcredit on their account, through whether it's through financial aid or through an overpayment, or maybe even outside scholarship. If you have questions about that, we can also help you there. And then also we help students sign up for direct deposit, which we encourage, especially if you are expecting a refund from the semester. We're also responsible for the collection of tuition. So if you do hear from us, I encourage you to read through your email. Your emails from us are going to have helpful information to help you manage your tuition and to stay on track. Another part of our office is scholarships and grants, where we help support students through the application process, and we process scholarships, grants, and stipends and emergency funds. And then for our contact information, we are open Monday through Thursday from 10 to 6 and Friday from 10 to 5. And I will be available during the breakout session later to answer all of your questions. And I'm going to hand it over now to my colleague, Lori Grimes, our registrar.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lori Grimes. I'm the registrar here at the CUNY School of Labor and Urban Studies. And just to go over some things that our office does, that we're committed to maintaining and protecting the accuracy and integrity and security of all of our student records. We assist the students, the faculty, staff here as well. So a key thing that we handle is we oversee the academic calendar, the course catalog, and the online bookstore. We process transfer credits. Some of our BA students, I know you're waiting for your transfer credits to be evaluated. Just want to point out that we're getting to them hopefully within the next few days. We evaluate academic records for graduation and degree audits. We also update your records if you have any changes in your personal information. Another key point I want to point out is that we also maintain the health records regarding the immunizations that are required by New York state law. A lot of you as new students have received separate letters coming to you from CUNY First stating whether you have an immunization hold and what is required. I just want to let you all know here, if you can take a minute after this session and go to your student service center, go to your task tile and just read through the meningitis acknowledgement. It's MEN, it's a hold. If you can just read through that, click on an option, that will clear your hold immediately. And then if you have an MMR hold, so please submit your documents to us within the next week or so we can clear those holds for you as well. It's very important that we get those taken care of before the start of the semester. And that is very important. I do want to stress that it's also important to review the academic calendar on our website. It's important to note special days of conversion days that might be on there. Holidays that are, there are no classes, are all listed there, as well as refund dates and school closings. Oh, and you can always reach out to the registrar's office at registrar@slu.cuny.edu. We're available to answer any of your questions via email. I also will be staying on after the rest of the presentation for orientation if you have any specific questions or need help with registering for classes for the fall. And now I will pass it on to Kelvin in our IT department.
Thank you, Lori. Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Kelvin, and I work at the CUNY SLU IT Service Desk. So basically, anything related to any of CUNY's IT services, we can help support you, such as helping you how to access your CUNY First account, your student email, your Zoom, Dropbox, and Graduate Center library. So we're open Monday through Thursday from 9 in the morning to 9 at night, Fridays from 9 in the morning to 5 p.m. But on the weekends, we are closed. We do offer a loaner laptop program for students who need to borrow a laptop on a semester by semester basis. We have several selections available, and we also have a link here on the slide to our loan or laptop form that you can fill out to send it back to us. Be sure to read our loan or laptop form very carefully, because there are some policies and fees involved if you don't return the laptop back in time. Just note that when you borrow a laptop from us, there will be an equipment hold on your CUNY First account that will prevent you from ordering your transcript or register for classes. So it's really important that you return the laptop back to us by the end of the semester. But if you need to extend the laptop loan program, we can fill out another paperwork to extend that program. And as for the photo ID cards, for the part 2 of the student orientation next week, Wednesday, at around 5 p.m. on the 18th floor, we will be taking photos for photo ID then. So be sure to arrive a little bit early. And so there are several ways where you can reach out to us for any issues. One, you can visit the website up top. At CUNY IT help.cuny.edu/CSP, sign in with your CUNY First, click on catalog, click on our campus name, and then choose the most appropriate ticket. Or you can always email us at servicedesk@slu.cuny.edu or give us a call. And I highly recommend visiting our website, because we do have a lot of information that you will need to know for your student career here. And with that said, I'll return it back to you, Rochelle.
Thank you, Kelvin, Kelsey, Keela, and Lori. We'll open it up for questions. You can feel free to unmute yourself or post your question in the chat if you have any questions for our colleagues.
Hi, if we can't make it next week for part 2 orientation on Wednesday, what should we do?
So Ebony, we will have, if you can't make it, we will have orientation resources available on Blackboard, but it's also important that you connect with your advisor who will have valuable information to help you get started for the semester. Are there any questions for IT, financial aid, our student accounts office, our registrar?
Will we be getting?
Yes,
Oh, go for it.
thank you. This is Carolyn Harden. I'm looking at my enrollment checklist, and under submit health record, it says meningitis acknowledgement online via CUNY First required. I went on CUNY First. I'm unable to locate the meningitis acknowledgement. What does that mean? I'm supposed to read something and acknowledge it? I'm not really sure what that means.
So that will be in your student center page in your tasks and to-dos. You should be able to click on that tile and it should show you what the hold is. You click on what it says, meningitis acknowledgement, and it should open up and give you the options of the choices that you may pick. One of them is that you had the vaccine. One is you will get the vaccine. And the third option is that you read the information and you don't want to have it at this time, and that will clear your hold.
Okay, I didn't see a hold. The only hold I'm seeing is advisement. So I didn't see a hold for the meningitis.
Then that means that it's you don't have the hold on there. So it was either you've done it already. If you were also at another CUNY school prior to joining SLU, then your immunization records do carry over. So if that was cleared at another CUNY school, you won't see that.
Okay, so that carried over along with my immunization, the meningitis also.
All that
Okay,
carried
all
over.
right. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I also had a question for the registrar. There is a hold. I can't register because it's saying I need to meet with my advisor. I'm working full time, so I would like to register for a class. She did ask me to email her a day and a time, but I mean, it's going to be after work hours. I don't know what's the schedule for advisors. So how can I register? She said they can be. Hi.
Don't worry, I'll get you later.
Okay, good. I'll wait for you to get me later. Thank you.
Gav had a question.
It's actually been answered in the chat.
Okay, awesome. And do I see Lorraine has her hands up? And I know we'll get to the chat. There are a few questions in the chat.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So the problem that I'm having is that I am unable to do the CUNY login. It's keep telling me that my date of birth is incorrect, and I know my date of birth. And at one point it was telling me student can't be found. So I can't even go into accept.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So I'll send you a separate email on how to claim your CUNY First account. I think there might be some sort of clerical error in the background. Once I get you the information, you should be able to access it afterwards.
Okay, thank you.
There's one question in the chat. How do we go about acquiring our student ID? And Kelvin, can I ask you to respond to that?
Oh yeah, sure. So I just wrote in chat for the SLU ID cards. If you're unable to make it to the part 2 student orientation next week, you have two options. One, you can send an email to our service desk requesting that you need to get a SLU ID card and attach a headshot photo of yourself that follows the same requirements as if you're taking a passport picture, or we can set up an appointment date where you can come in to take the picture. Note that the ID cards will be printed in batches, so you won't be able to pick them up on the same day, but we will but they will be ready to pick up either at the end of the week, or we'll let you know when it's ready to be picked up.
Thank you, Kelvin. And Justin Russell has a VA benefits question. And Justin, yes, it won't prohibit your enrollment, but you should be in touch with me related to VA benefits. And I'm going to put my email into the chat right now. And if anybody else has VA benefits questions, please be in touch with me. There's another question here. Is the student ID card the same as the CUNY student card? Yes, it is.
We have a question for Kelsey. Do folks who have a green card but not citizenship qualify for FAFSA and other financial aid?
So to qualify for financial aid, you do have to be a permanent resident. You also have to be enrolled in a degree seeking program. So a certificate does not count. You also have to be enrolled in at least 6 credits. So at least half time.
I have a question about my union was paying the certificate program, the entire program. So how do I go about getting that done?
You can just reach out to our office. I'll put the email in the chat. And so you can just reach out to our office and we can process the paperwork for that.
Thank you.
I know we have some folks who have been patiently waiting with their hands up, so we'll take a moment to get to their questions. Lorraine, you have your hands up. Can you hear us?
Yes. So next week, the 23rd, when we meet, will you be also doing everything with financial aid with those whose union will be paying for the class?
Keila, I think that's a question for you. You have a union benefit? Lorraine?
I'm sorry, Lorraine.
Yes, $11.99. I'm from $11.99.
Sorry, Lorraine. Are you looking to submit the tuition voucher?
Yes, I'm asking what's the process with that.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop our email account in the chat. You just send us your voucher and we process it for you.
I believe Edwin, you were next.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, hello again. I am Edwin. I have a question about the ID card. My program is going to be 100% online. I just want to make sure. Do I need the ID card too? Probably yes. I don't know.
Since your course is completely online, so the important thing of getting the ID card is, one, for identification purposes, but two, the most important is that it also allows you to come on site on the campus, because each door has a scanner and you will use the card to scan and open the door to let yourself in. I would say get it anyway, just in case if your future classes will be on site, just to save yourself the future headache.
Okay, thank you.
Kanima?
Yes, good evening. This question is for IT. I recently received my syllabus for one of my classes, and one of the requirements is that I need a Dropbox. How do I access my Dropbox for this course? And is there a free version, because it's asking to pay for the Dropbox? Does that necessarily need to be right now?
Oh, no. So I will send you, so to log into your Dropbox, you will go to dropbox.cuny.edu, and then you would sign in with the same CUNY First credentials. So that same CUNY First credentials, grant you access to not only your Dropbox, but your own version of Zoom as well.
Okay, so if I send you my email through the chat, could you just send me that link? Because I need to access the Dropbox, because there's some stuff that professor wants me to review before classes start.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Shoot us an email and then we'll get back to you with the link real quick.
So your email is what again?
Oh, service desk at slu.cuny.edu, and I also wrote it in chat.
Okay, I'll send you an email so you can send me the link because I need to access this stuff.
Shirley?
Hi, good evening. I'm here from 1199 SCIU. And first, I want to say good evening to everybody, and I'm very excited to be here. I have a pressing question because I see it's a short amount of time to as far as the financial aid with the union vouchers. How do we go about getting the voucher to pay you guys?
I might be able to offer some information. I believe that you have to contact your rep at 1199, and they may ask you for a copy of your bill
Okay.
and some sort of enrollment verification. And then they generate the voucher for you, and then you can submit it to us.
Okay,
And
so
I know they cover whatever financial aid doesn't cover.
Keela?
okay,
Can I jump in here, Keela?
Yes.
So Shirley, I believe you need to go to the training fund to get the voucher.
okay. Now that is a concern I have because I saw part of the requirement is we have to attend a workshop. And I'm just looking at the short of time. It's so close to time where will they, allow to have a workshop? Is there even one open? Or I'm sure y'all don't have that particular answer, but speaking on behalf of other people within my union, that's like a major concern. We don't want to miss out on submitting a voucher too late.
Yes, I think we cannot answer the questions about the financial aid from the union. You need to go there, but we will accommodate. As the school, we have a close relationship with your union, so we can make this work.
Okay. And before we would need to have proof of a bill, of a course first. So once we are in person, are we able to get that? Like our advisor, will they help us to pick the classes and then finalize the class selection?
Yes. And you will have an opportunity to meet your advisor directly after we close this Q&A session.
Okay.
We're coming up at time, so we'll take one last question, and please forgive me if I mispronounce your name. Kamala?
Oh, hello. So I was looking through my to-do list, and it says that it's odd. It's from the due date the December 16th of last year, and it's saying I have an outstanding item, but then I checked that, and I haven't really seen anything at the admission center. And I think I've already accepted admission to the program, but yes. I'm confused as why.
Lori, would you be able to address that question?
Sure, if you can send a direct message to me with your ample ID, your student ID, I can check your record.
And we know there may be many more questions. There are some questions in the chat that we didn't get to, but I encourage you all, if you still have questions, please stay on with us after the Zoom session. Lori, Kelsey, and Keela are going to be on to answer your questions. So please stay on. Your advisor is also going to be on after this session. We want to make sure that we get you actually into your program breakout room so that you have an opportunity to engage with other students who are going to be in your program and to connect with your advisor who's really going to help you navigate your time here at SLU. So we'll take a few moments to get you into the program breakout rooms. Like I said at the top of the orientation, if you do end up in the wrong room by any chance, just please let the advisor in the room know and we'll be sure to get you in the right room. So congratulations on completing part 1 of the new student orientation. I must tell you all, you're one of the best groups that we've had in a long time. So really do appreciate your active participation in the session tonight. We look forward to seeing you at the in-person orientation on Wednesday, August 23rd at 6 p.m. If you haven't RSVP as yet, please do so using the link in the chat. If you still have questions, I know there are a number of questions that we weren't able to get to in the chat. If you still have questions, if you'd like to get registered tonight, please remain here on the Zoom and we'll work with you tonight to get you registered and to answer your questions. Thank you again for your participation and really looking forward to seeing you in person next Wednesday.
Thank
Have
you.
a good night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Kara, nice to meet you.
Peace, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.